Freilich and Chanukah to all. It's a real privilege for me to share a brief Dvar Torah as part of Yilk's Chanukah Bytes series. Beginning with the end in mind, I want to convey that my message will be that Chanukah is not merely a commemoration of what was, or even what is, but rather it's an accentuation of what could be. And let me explain. Many of you are familiar with the classic debate between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel, explicated in the Gemara Shabbos, Daf Chof Aleph Amud Beis, in terms of the two prescriptions for optimally performing the mitzvah of Chanukah candlelighting. According to Shammai, we begin with 8 candles on the first night and then continue in descending order to 1. So it's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. According to Hillel, the reverse sequence is applied. Namely, we begin with 1 candle on the first night and we then continue in ascending order until we culminate with 8 candles on the last night. Obviously, we've adopted Hillel's view as our normative practice. The Gemara cites 2 explanations for this Shammai-Hillel debate. The first attributes their positions to the differing perception as to what's more important, what's more salient. Is it the forthcoming days, which is what Shammai holds, namely 8 days to go, 7 days to go, 6 days to go, or the days that passed, are they more important? So Hillel's view is, we've completed 1 day, we've completed 2 days, we've completed 3 days, 4 days, and so forth. Another interpretation in the Gemara, or an explanation, is that their differential positions are as follows. Shammai feels that the descending order is designed to parallel the descending number of Parei Chag, the bull sacrifices that were brought on Sukkot. On the first day of Sukkot, they began with 13, then 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. In sum total, these are 70 karbanos, and they parallel the 70 nations, and they actually served as atonement for the 7 primary or core nations of the world. Hillel's view is guided by an overarching principle, which states that Malin Bakodesh ve'ein moridin, that when it comes to ruchnius, when it comes to spiritual matters, we will always ascend. We don't want to descend. For example, we seek to elevate sanctity. We don't want to decline sanctity. So we increase the mitzvah as opposed to decreasing it. A novel and deeper understanding of the rationale for the Hillel-Shammai debate is offered by Rabbi Leo Dessler Zitzal in his Sefer Michtam Elio, and it's in the 2nd volume, the chapter on Chanukah. He notes that when it comes to spiritual joy, spiritual passion, in observance of mitzvahs, or particularly in observance of our holidays, there's a 2-way typology, or 2 general patterns that differentiate people, particularly in our 8-day holidays, such as Chanukah, Pesach, and Sukkot. People whose mitzvah performance is relatively rote, robotic, routine, or they're externally driven, they are more likely to express greatest joy at the beginning of the holiday. And then with each passing day, it sort of slowly peters out. And finally, we can't wait to put the Chanukah away. The end of Pesach, order that pizza, put away the sukkah, and so forth. On the other hand, people whose mitzvah observance is at a loftier level, with each passing day, they will manifest greater and greater joy. He cites, as a case in point, his saintly Rebbe, Reb Simcha Zissel, the Alter of Kelm, whose spiritual exuberance on the first day of a Yom Tov was transcendent. On the other hand, by the last day, it was totally angelic. He was almost otherworldly. Shammai adopts the position of the average person. Shammai is reality-based. Therefore, it parallels and aligns with the descending pattern of the Sukkot karbanos, which go from 13 down to 7. They reflect the typical dwindling spiritual passion of the 70 nations. On the other hand, Hillel's view is that Chanukah should celebrate the personification of the ideal. Its purpose is to inspire each of us, regardless of our current level. We should deepen our contemplation, our reflection on the essence of Yontif, namely the triumph of faith, emunah, self-sacrifice, the Mesiras Nefesh that the Chashmonaah manifested, gratitude, the Hoidah. That's the essence of Chanukah. So behaviorally, we are asked to identify with the greater spiritual masters whose passion accelerates with each passing day. We adopt Hillel's view. Why? Because we're not merely celebrating what was or what is. Rather, Chanukah is designed to accentuate what could be. We begin with lighting one candle, but we culminate in 8. Our hope is that we each experience a Chanukah that will serve as an impetus to actualize our ascending spiritual aspirations.